この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for the last stop on the Tatami Galaxy universe journey, at least the last one that I'm aware of. We're here for Night is Short, Walk On Girl, which has a number of subtle changes to the title translation, and I don't know which one's the most accurate, but I have most often heard it as The Night is Short, Walk On Girl, and so that's what we're gonna go with. It is Yoru wa Mijikashi Arukeo Otome, which sounds about right. This was released 7 years after the completion of the Tatami Galaxy, which we watched only a week ago. Tatami Galaxy itself was absolutely bonkers and really fucking wholesome in a lot of ways, as far as a message about life and how to live it and how to reach out and, well, literally reach out to people, but also to reach out and grab the opportunities that surround all of us. And ended on a pretty wonderful note that made me feel the feels and made me very happy. And 7 years later, we decided to make a movie adapting another novel by the same author, which was also adapted into a manga, as far as I can tell. Looking at the cover, there are a couple of characters that seem pretty familiar. There's a particular boy all tied up who looks like a particular Watashi that we knew. And there's a particular yokai-looking boy doing yokai things, and a particular guy with a big old chin, and all kinds of stuff. And it's all a mishmash of crazy color and beautiful stuff. And there's a particular tower that was used as a phallic symbol, and there's all kinds of stuff mangled up into this OP, and all of it is built into the shape of a big old apple with a bite or cut out of it, and a girl, perhaps a raven-haired maiden of sorts, who I suppose is going to be our main character for this little piece of our journey. It's set in the same universe, but not necessarily connected in any way to the Tatami Galaxy. But it clearly has some familiar characters that we're going to see and meet and come across over the course of this little piece of story. And I say little piece of story, but we're looking at an hour and 32 minutes. I don't often do movie reviews or reactions unless they are connected to something else, and from what I know, this is very much connected to something else that we just finished, so no better time to watch it than right now. In somewhat the same way that I heard amazing things about Liz and the Bluebird after and during and before watching Hibike, I've heard fantastic things about Night is Short. I've heard of people who have never seen the Tatami Galaxy but have seen Night is Short and have watched the Tatami Galaxy because of it. I've heard of all kinds of things that this movie is awesome. So we've got a long stretch of things to watch in front of us. It's essentially the equivalent of like 5 or 6 episodes of stuff. That's not right. It's more like 4 episodes of stuff, given that there will probably be credits at the end and all that stuff. Let's just do it. I don't really know what to expect. There's no way to know what Yuasa is going to throw at us, and from what we experienced during Tatami, there's no way to know what this particular author will throw at us and how Yuasa will interpret it into a visual medium. I'm expecting insanity, and I'm ready for it, or at least as ready as I'm ever going to be. So let's just dive on in. Now, as usual with movie reactions, it's kind of difficult to do the whole editing thing and figure things out. So we're going to stick with the same timer-based version and picture-in-picture version deal that we normally do. I might have to have a bathroom break at some point in the middle, in which case the timer-based version will just edit that out. But we'll see. I'm as prepped as I can be to watch an entire movie, so yeah, nothing to it but to do it. Let's watch The Night is Short. I have gone and downloaded this video from Nya. I chose the Maruchan subs after reading some of the comment sections on Nya about the various subbers. This one has the most seeds, which made it the most easy to download, as well as having a lot of people saying that these are pretty great subs. So these are the ones that I'm going to watch. If I've made a mistake in that, then there's no way to rectify it or remedy it. Sorry. But these are the ones that I'm going to watch. They might be different from the official subs because they are fan subbed. We'll see. In any case, I've got episode, well, it's not an episode. I've got the film Night is Short Walk On Girl up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There will be two versions of this reaction video as usual. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description down there, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy of the episode with the timer-based version, you are more than welcome to do so. I do not know whether they will go out of sync a little bit. They probably will by at least a few frames, but we'll try to keep them synced up as possible. But yeah, if you want to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy, you are welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. Hit me. Fuji Animation Studio. But it is listed as Science Haru. Yeah, okay. Good. Familiar place. Oh, familiar drinking. Oh, they glowing. What is that? What is? I don't care. Some kind of drink. Oh, she's got a little apple. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're at a wedding reception. Just. Hmm. Yep, that's adulthood. A wheel or a barrel or a train. Okay, train. Whoa. Wait, is that? Huh. No, it's not. It's a different guy. Different voice actor, at least. Right? Right? So you're stalking her. Or you could just fucking talk to her. Uh-huh. Hmm. This is familiar. It's not the same. Oh, he does? Popeye? Dawn underwear? What's his wish? Mm-hmm. When we go to the next place. Notto. Okay. Pub crawl, pub crawl, pub crawl. Oh my god, the groom's just dead. She seems like a bit of a goober. I really like her already. Glorious alcohol. Indeed, yes, this is what it's all about. Amazing how that walk cycle created smooth space with flat shapes, no outlines. Okay. Oh man. Nice. If you like pina colada, Bacardi, pineapple juice. Oh no, wait, that was something else. Hmm. Is that a julep? Why isn't it in a copper? Okay. Oh, it's not a Pim's cup. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just just chugging rum. Ass. Okay. It is. Whiskey with a ball. Nice. Gotta shave those down. That's not how whiskey works, but brandy, yes. I mean, brandy's a distilled wine spirit, but whiskey is not. Okay, weird, scruffy beard dude. Fake. This seems like a setup for a guffin or a goober. A magic elixir. Hmm. Hmm. Please no. Please no. Uh. We got a few. Oh Jesus. They remind me of the thugs in the bicycle group. Oh, tell us your life story, Mr. Whiskey Drinker. Glorp. So is he the father of the bride? He's acting as the okay. Hmm. Buddy, thank you. Good shit, girl. Yeah. Oh, hello. Mm-hmm. 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 She's having a drinking night too. A grope never hurt anybody. I beg to differ. Yeah, oh boy. Uh-oh. Bedchamber investigation? He's a panty raider. Hmm. I am a god after all. Okay. Hmm. How long till she punches Ozu? You break your thumb. No, no, you break your thumb. Don't ever do that. If you punch like this, you break your thumb. This goes. No, you no. She does, but she's gonna break her fucking thumb. Okay. Hmm. Except for the money for the prank war. Hmm. Hmm. Hey. Ding. Okay. You would know. So Higuchi's got his pants. Please. So everybody's crossing paths. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh, that's familiar. Got him. Uh, just start crashing parties. All was fun. Reminds me of certain college days. Oh, Jesus. It's the Rhetoric Club. Hmm. Sure. Ah. What the fuck? What? Elderly party, nothing but red wine. Glug glug. She's gonna do a lot of face licking tonight. Oh no. Let's treat life and lifespan. Hmm. The what? Yeah. Oh. Wow. Wow. Akambe. Oh, wait, no, Akambe is. And suddenly lively. It seems so. Dance of burdens to the. Oh, Jesus. Mm. Oh, boy. Yay. Hmm. The hat on the. This is amazing and insane. Is that an apple? No, it's one of those. Okay. His collection of nudie pictures? The one with the tentacles I have seen before as like one of the earliest examples of tentacle porn. I bet they're all real. Hmm. By sneaking into somebody's bedchamber. Okay then. Pub crawl, pub crawl, pub crawl. Oh, Jesus, Higuchi. Wow. One of those things that they carry. Wow. This is insanity. Deeper and deeper. Hey. Oh, that's Naoko? Okay. Hey, Higuchi. Aw, bedchamber, eh? Hmm. Random guess. Is Rihaku Ozu leader of a group doing something unscrupulous? A lot of yokai imagery. Nice. Puke and rally. You're only 2 stories up. You're just gonna break something. Ah, it is all connected. No. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Hmm. Rides the 3-story train. It's gotta be. Oh, geez, yeah. It's not the same voice actor. Oh, he's got the lagoons, though. Challenge. Except when there isn't. Indeed. Onto the train we go. Cool garden. All right, we're entering an impossible space. Whoa. Hello. It's not Ozu. Well, we found it. On bated breath. What is the nature of fake Denki Bran? Wonderful. Sticky. Huh? She is starting off rose tinted. Eh. This is a philosophical fight, eh? Just switching between the music. Dark and hollow. Ah, with age. And on we drink. Hmm. Hmm. And your philosophy has fallen. Seems like it. Friendship punch. Oh boy. Shirt cocking it. Yeah. Perfectly reasonable. Hmm. Constantly giving. The red dress speaks of fairy tales. Used book market? Pulled through time by all the books. Oh. New MacGuffin. Book market speaks to me of Akashi. We'll see. Okay. Where are we? Oh, hi. Yeah, it looked familiar. Hmm. Was that Watashi? I'm pretty sure it was. A soft landing with harsh reality. Hmm. Everything. Jesus, they got pictures of her diary. This is weird. Mm-hmm. Got him. Boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Has it? This is a heist setup. It's being displayed in this gallery. She's the best. I love her. Eh, hmm. Hmm. I don't like him very much. That's oh my god. What? What? We have a baby Ozu. So is this a prequel? Hmm. I wouldn't trust that god. Well, I kind of would. Hmm. Why is Ozu a child? At least he's got underwear. No, Ozu. Uh oh. Bye. Over and over. Ah, going non-alcoholic now. Oh, hi guys. She is bright red. Uh oh. Got a little tooth. An ice kotatsu. Oh. Hmm. Oh, hi. Mm-hmm. Probably. Oh. And so we were bound. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. You're getting sick. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, except for the not changing your underwear part. Hmm. Nope. You're gonna be my proxy. Mmm. Mmm. You owe me one. Hmm. It's kind of like Johnny, but with his heart. Gross. Lucky cat. Higuchi just chilling. Oh? Always references, always connections. What does this have to do with you ripping the price tags off of them? All linked end to end. Ozu, stop. Hmm. A god. A demon. Only Ozu. I see. She an enter? Oh my god, the lips. Super spicy. Burns the table. Yeah, even worse. He's holding out. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Huh? Oh. Pull the red string and everything unravels. And he is victorious. Rata Tom. Into birds. Wow. Hello, Ozu. Wow. Go find them yourself. How did you know about Ratatatam? Everyone finding their books. Hmm. Yeah, she looks like she's getting a fever. What's next? Oh, hi. Oh. Is that? No, it's somebody playing him. Our love is so pure, though. What? I feel like this is to the theme of something that I've heard before. Oh, that was great. Oh, hey ho. Hmm. Your presence has extended the night? Hey, held on. She did buy the mochi. Oh, that's the B circle. Mm-hmm. 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 And behind you? What? And it all falls down. Oh. Hmm. Wait, is that the same monkey? Swift-footed kotatsu. Everything's going insane. Oh. Hey. Hey, that was a Mochiguman. The Mochiguman. Neat. Great. Oh. Oh. Wait, what? That was a lot really fast. Oh. Oh, so it's them. Hmm. All right, Don. Oh, time to be swift-footed. That thing just keeps following her. Oh, got another play. We need a new one. It's you. Whatever, you're doing it here. Go. Mm. Oh, and now she's become Fate, 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 fate. Wrap it up. Hmm. Wahahaha. Hey, don't you diss her. Where is it coming from? Is it the woman with the red hair? Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Hmm. Wow, there's so much going on. Hmm? Oh, that's what he's... All right, Don. Wow. Whoa. That was that was dope. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Just don't. Yeah. You can try. What? Mm-hmm. Oh. Suddenly a rock musical. The last song. Hey, Don. I really hope Don actually finds his girl. True. Hey, who wouldn't want to be a fool? Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. You're gonna hit that net. Okay. Through fire and flame. Gonna knock her off instead? No. There we go. Okay, convenient. Does he have Rata Tom? Hmm? Was he? He was cross dressing. It's the president, isn't it? It is. It is. Hey, true love. Whoosh. Hmm? Bright red. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Dropped to black and white. But true love, though. Oh. 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 It's going along with it for all of that. What? Yeah. Yeah. Sure, dude. It. Oof. Spotlight's off. Yeah, you're getting feverish, right? But. Hmm. I mean, a little bit. And spread the disease. I feel really bad for her. What is that? The koi pond? Oh. Dum. Yup. Yeah. Carry her up there. Wow. Yeah. And thus Act 2 ends. Uh, hey, this is pretty familiar. Yeah. This night has gone on a long time. That thing Higuchi said about your presence has extended the night. Oh, wow. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Connections. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that is. Sure. Sure. Okay. And thus Act 3 is given purpose. Ghost Town. Oh, hey, buddy. Jesus. Gross. Clunk. So she's just going around making that cold cure for everybody. Hmm. Wow. Wow, that sequence was awesome. Hmm. Mm-hmm. You're a cross-dressing idol now. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chug, 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 chug. I know that feel. To glump my red carp. Oh, Johnny. Oh, Johnny. Hmm. Yeah. Just spread everywhere. I don't think she will. Hmm. Gonna visit Rihaku? Wow, gray, gray, gray. Oh, hey. Hmm. Hmm. No way. Make him your special thingamajiggy. You're all kinds of warm. Oh. Wow. Time ticks away. Brought some of the stuff. Hmm. Hmm. What a dick. Uh-huh. Full of nothing but taking. Oh, is that so? What about connections? What about reality? Oh, it wasn't that they were dropped. When time stops. And time reverts. Mmm. Love. Senpai. Oh. Baka. Hmm. Going and seeking it. Nothing. Oh? One thing. An obstacle removing train instead of actually going and grabbing what you want. Hmm. There it is. Stay out of here, Johnny. Wow. This is a pretty intense picture of the mind of a young man. Silence. Thank you. By starting. Certainly does not. Um. Yep. Jesus. To this scrummy place? The book. Oh, but it can. Uh. Give and take. uh. You will never be ready. All right, Johnny, I'm with you. Let's go, Johnny. Break through it. Chugga 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 chugga. Welcome to the depraved soul. Oh, using all the things that she's gained over the course. Wow. Hmm. Cough drops. Ugh. Wow. Friendship pounce. Friendship pounce. Ah, the one and only. So the girl in red enters into the metaphorical landscape of his soul, defeats his despairs and doubts with all the things that she's obtained from everyone else that she's helped, and flies. Reach out. And in part a fever dream, of course. Yeah, not quite lucid. Is that Rata Tom? The little train that keeps on chugging. It is. Is there a mark? Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. The reversal. Push you forward a little bit. Hey, it's awkward and weird, but let's start. Gotta start somewhere. Oh, like a little apple. Oh. Baka. Up early because of nerves. Oh. Hell of a night. Hmm. Hmm. Pretty ridiculous one. Hey, we end soon, right? Because there's nothing more boring than a successful love story. Uh huh. That was a fucking good movie, man. Of your vague sadness, huh? Chug, 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 chug. That was Aoyuki as Princess Daruma. That was Hiroshi Kamiya. I should have recognized. Of course it's Hanakana. How did I not? Okay. I missed all of these voice actors. Got 30 seconds left on the timer. It's probably just credits, but we'll let it roll anyway. Hey, it's everybody. I'm gonna look up what a Daruma is. Nope, that's it. Thank you, Maruchan subs. I mean, my understanding of Japanese is barely passing, but from what I saw, these were pretty great fan subs. There was only one mistake that I caught, and it was like a direct uh uh on-screen translation of the text of like "no one waits for me," and it was immediately rectified when he actually speaks it. But I thought this was a great translation. With some great stuff. So she is known or listed on Mal as Kurokami no Otome, the raven-haired maiden, or girl with the black hair. I prefer raven-haired maiden because it's what's used in tatami. But here we turn our attention to her. I don't want to get into the weeds immediately, or maybe at all. I don't know if this is a film that needs getting into the weeds, because it's, while it's hectic and complicated and weird and insane, it still carries a similar kind of message to Tatami Galaxy. Take the first step, reach out for what you want. Opportunity is there. Don't bother deluding yourself with this idea of removing obstacles in the way of romance or something that you desire. Just reach out and try. And I think that's a fucking fantastic message that a lot of people don't get. And we get sort of two main characters in this film, the raven-haired maiden, of course, and then Senpai. But of course it's centered around her, and we see everything from a very different perspective than we got throughout Tatami, where we followed the senpai of sorts. Here we follow the raven-haired maiden, who is, she never wavers. She never gets derailed. Although she runs off in various directions, she's always looking for something fun or something enjoyable, and always chugging along like her idolized little train engine that could, Rata Tom. She's just pure, just ridiculously pure, and makes her a really enjoyable character. Usually usually, and I was kind of expecting this, once we got her introduction, by the time we were doing the goofy like dance thing that they do, I was thinking, when's the break the cutie moment? When's the that's a TV trope. I would recommend going and reading the page, because it'll make a whole bunch of moments that you've definitely seen in anime just sort of click. um she's the kind of cutie that in most stories gets broken. She's so sure of her viewpoint on the world that you almost expect the author to take a character who is that sure-footed and that straightforward in her pure wholesome belief in people and connections and love and life and enjoyment, and her boundless naivete, which is there. Like, she's introduced to us as a character who equates adulthood with going on a night of binge drinking, which is ridiculous, but also is a solid echo of a lot of things that I've experienced as a college student, and rings true. It's right. But she's the kind of cutie that gets broken, that meets a character like what's his face, like Riki Ho, who is listed for some reason in the Mao as Bai Li. Um Not Rihaku, that's it. Um she's the kind of character where normally, storytelling wise, like not people wise, but storytelling wise, she comes across a character like Rihaku and is broken by that person's despair. And yet she's the one who comes out victorious. It's this story doesn't try to throw its hero or heroine into the pit of despair. We get that for Senpai, but he was already there, right? Like, perspective in the universe of Tatami Galaxy is everything. It's not really the universe of Tatami Galaxy, but we'll stick with that because it kind of makes sense. Perspective is everything, and her perspective on everything is so sure and so strong and so wholesome and boundlessly positive that I don't know. I mean, over the course of this hour and a half, I don't think I could help but fall in love with this character. I don't mean like romantic love or anything, but fall in love with this character's perspective on the world. You expect that she'll break when she goes and challenges Rihaku, but no, it's the other way around. In oh, what's his name? In Super Eye Patch Wolf's video, What Makes a Fight Scene Interesting, he talks about how fights are inevitably a philosophical argument. And in the case of this episode, the only real fight scene that we get is the fight between the battle of drinking between our Otome and Rihaku. And each of them is is expounding upon a particular perspective on life. One young and naive and boundlessly positive, energetic, and believing that there is fate and there are connections between people, that there are things that are important, that are transcendent. And him, with his life ticking away so quickly, believing that everything is emptiness, the world is just taking. An old man with so much more life experience, but all of it down, as we find out, maybe not the most positive paths, believing that money is everything when clearly it isn't, and her, a character who goes through this endless night of hers helping people. That's all she does over the entire episode. She helps people from the very beginning. I mean, she's out to have fun for herself, but her very presence, as Higuchi says, I wasn't going to go that way with this sentence. I was going to say her very presence lightens every room. It lights up every room that she comes into and becomes, well, front and center stage. And why is that? Because she comes at everything with a smile, and even when she's casting off perverts and dealing with creeps and weird people, it's with a friendship punch that she learned from her mom. Like, she punches people with friendship. She's honestly the closest in characterization that I have ever seen to a character like this. And the characters I'm talking about don't even come close because they're a totally different type of character, are Precures. I know this is a weird place to go with this, but the boundless positivity and the endless gankiness that they always bring is just so reminiscent that I can't in my own mind help but draw a parallel, and I root for them in the same way that I root for the Otome in this story. She's not fighting against some mustache twirling evil. She's fighting against despair and sadness and what's the line in the ending song? There's a line in the ending song that I thought was really good. Let me mute. Swaying, swaying, keep pressing forward. Jam it down. Yeah, this one. Your vague, unprompted sadness. That is her enemy because she has vague, well, nebulous, unprompted joy. Right? That is what she embodies to me in this story. She is joy personified. She looks at everything and tries to find some kind of joy and wonder in it. And what's amazing in terms of a lesson or an Aesop built into this story is that every time she does this, it is reflected back to her tenfold, and it's most clearly shown in the going and helping sick people sequence, where she goes to each sick person and gathers some random thing, the dried plums or the soup thing or whatever, where she gathers, or the cough drops. She gathers something that eventually ends up helping her once we enter the metaphorical landscape of her senpai's soul in his weird fever dream that kind of works on a literal level and on a metaphorical level and is just kind of ridiculous, but all around fucking amazing. It gives us the opportunity to do a visual and musical climax to create this amazing sequence that, I will be honest, almost brought me to tears because it was fucking gorgeous. Oh man, I really like this. The belief in fate versus the bleakness of reality. And it's interesting to watch something that is so positive about fate and coincidence while also watching something that is so I don't know. I wouldn't say it's the opposite, but it has a very different take in Penguindrum, where fate is kind of a horrifying thing, kind of terrible. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. My core takeaway from this is the simple one. It's that things don't happen on their own. Things that you want or people that you want to be friends or lovers with, it's not going to happen on its own. You kind of have to take a step. The thing about Arotome is that she's constantly stepping forward. She is always walking on. She is always moving forward, never letting anything sway her or stop her. Just experiencing and enjoying, and god, that makes for a wonderful character and a wonderful person to aspire to, I think. I really like her as a main character, as a lead, and she has her foil in the senpai, who has this initially and inevitably twisted way of attempting to reach his love, which is then mirrored by Don Underwear in his hesitation to reach out to his own perceived love. Someone who he saw for some moment and immediately fell for, not knowing anything about them, and indeed, literally not knowing anything about them, as it turns out to be the cross dressing student council president or whatever. Wow. Wow. Hmm. I think that's my core takeaway from this is keep moving forward, reach out, don't let opportunity slip past you, and don't hesitate. Never, never hesitate, because it is far too easy to let something pass you by and regret it forever. And yes, it's difficult and yes, it's scary, but jump off the cliff, take the plunge. The difference between the people who make it, who get what they want in this world, and the people who end up on their deathbed regretting everything is just jumping at opportunity and only jumping at opportunity. Wow. Now, that might be the main core thematic thrust takeaway that I get from this, but there is so much going on in this film. I think if we have to break this into acts, and I don't think it follows a classical Hollywood three-act structure, I'd say that Act One uh, goes up until we get to the change of motivation in searching for Rata Tom, and then continues up through yeah, it introduces those two concepts. I guess I guess that whole thing is kind of split with the play as an act, if you will, but it doesn't really quite function that way. Now, the file I have breaks things into chapters, with chapter 1 being the introduction of the wedding, or of the bar night, and ending with the intro sequence. Chapter 2 being meeting a bunch of characters and going off with Higuchi and Hanuki. Hanuki? Yeah, got it. And then I feel like that one and this one, as we continue, then ends with the somewhat semi-climactic battle with, wow, that happened this early in the film. That's so nuts that this setup happens until here. Kind of ends there, and then we list a chapter 4 with the books, introduction of Dawn, it's such a whirlwind of stuff going on in this film that it's honestly hard for me to not mishmash it all up in my head. The meeting of Baby Ozu. Weird. Up through introduction of the play, and then far more on the play. Until we reach the end of the play, with all of its various characters taking the stage, singing their hearts out, and turning this entire thing into essentially a rock opera, which is fantastic, I think. Oh, and I was looking at him, but Don, what's his face, is played by the guy who plays Buddha in oh no, that's not right. I'm wrong. Who is it that plays Buddha? Shit. I don't know. I lost it. Oh, it's Senpai. It's Gen Hoshino, who's only had a couple of roles, but did a great job, I think. Okay, I was wrong about what's his face. It doesn't matter. And then the princess, the first one that we meet is Aoyuki, which is kind of cool. And of course, the main is Hanakana, which I did not recognize and should have. She's one of the only voice actresses that I can almost always pick out and be like, that sounds like Hanakana. But I missed it this time. And we have our journey of wholesomeness. I'm just running through it to refresh myself. And then the desaturated, sick world, which she then goes and very literally heals. The true story around Rihaku, the stopping of the clocks, the turning back of time, and then his de-aging. Her change in perspective on everything, that everything you took from people flew around. She honestly, okay, here's another person that she reminds me of. She reminds me of Kafka, Kafka Fura from Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, in her boundless optimism and almost rose tint. But it's never portrayed to us as though she's truly foolish for thinking this way. Indeed, I think the the film presents her as an idealist, one who lives their ideal and practices what they believe in honestly, and is the better for it and makes the world better for it. I love her. I love her. She's amazing. But there are so many amazing things in this. Every character has a life of their own, meaning that the time that we see of them on screen is indicative of an entire life led behind the scenes. And that's partly the skill of the author in creating these characters who characterize themselves through their actions and their dialogue, but also inevitably the skill of Yuasa in creating interesting characters to go along with that, and people whose designs and mannerisms speak to their actual existence within this world. The the budget that is clearly here is absolutely fantastic. I think that and a part of this is in light of the previous episode of Eizouken that we watched, which was just yesterday and was episode 3, and had a lot of focus on the way that restrictions and limitations the create a huge part of the artistic process of creating anime. I think that there are two directors whose work and whose teams that they've created, and I do mean teams because both Masaaki Yuasa and Akiyuki Shimbo, and they're the two that I'm thinking of, are people who have carefully constructed teams of people, like-minded individuals who work around them consistently. Shinbo with Shaft and Yuasa now with Science Saru. Um, they function as teams more than anything. There's a great article on Wasa blog? Wata blog? Washi blog. Yeah. There's a great article on Washi blog. On Masaaki Yuasa and how Yuasa has constructed a team of people who are actually, as a whole, as a group, the people responsible for the Yuasa style. It's not really just him, it's him and all these people that he's brought in and formed relationships with. And I think Shimbo is the same way. But my initial point was that when I think of anime directors or creators at any point in the food chain, there are two that take restrictive budgets and run with them in unique ways that actually seem to help as opposed to hinder the creation of their art. And they are Masaaki Yuasa and Akiyuki Shimbo with Shaft's Productions and with the Science Saru Productions and things before Science Saru was founded. But here we get to see that same kind of style in terms of the limited character designs that are still evocative and create characters. We get to see those put to screen with film level budget, and it comes out just insane because usually Yuasa's forte is taking these limited character designs and working with color and working with blocky, sketchy outlines and weird off-model character designs and keyframes to create motion and animation and mannerisms and action that really truly embodies animation as a storytelling technique as opposed to things on screen that kind of move as a storytelling technique. And here we get to see that taken to its logical extreme, which is yes, we stick with the same sort of thing where the color in every frame is exceptional and the characters are beautifully designed but limited and often off model or warped and wavy in their flow with line work that isn't what you would call clean or necessarily beautiful in and of itself, but all of this mixed together to create motion because the motion is what speaks to us. Iwasa seems to be somebody who worships moving things as opposed to making things that move. I don't know if that makes sense. It may be ridiculous, but this whole thing is just moving things, creating through motion. And it's goddamn beautiful all the way through. I mean, trains don't become anthropomorphic and hack and cough and sneeze just because the person inside them is doing so. There are a million things, and that's why I said that perhaps getting into the weeds of going frame by frame or scene by scene and talking about this film in that way is almost it almost detracts from it. I don't know. Maybe there would be some benefit to doing so because there are fascinating design decisions and character decisions and color decisions that make this whole thing work and flow together and create this sense of wonder and create this sense of an intricately real unreal world that we could go through and pick apart. But honestly, this whole hour and a half was just a whirlwind of wonder. And I don't think, well, in the same way that Arotome tells us that everything is connected, that everyone has their connections, that every action has a ripple effect, that the cold has spread, the disease even has spread to everyone, that everyone is connected, or that all of the books in the used bookstore are somehow connected by hook or by crook, by weird references, by love or by hatred. Um, in the same way, every scene in this film is intricately connected, and to piece them apart and tease them apart to look at each one individually does a disservice to the whole, because this thing functions as a whole. I'm deeply glad that I didn't have to take a break at any point during this and could just watch it end to end, because how else could you watch something like this? I don't know. I don't know. Now, on a deeper, more interesting level, is how do you create something like this? Whether as a novel or as a piece of animation with a novel to back it up, how do you create something where it's so intricately interconnected? It baffles me, and not in a bad way. It baffles me in a wow, wow way, because it not only does it all come together at the end, if you will, it all comes together at every point. Everything is constantly interconnected. These characters are constantly together. It's one big book. Although there are plenty of things that are weird and almost like one-off gags, and even still, those are connected to other things and connected to Tatami. This whole play making fun of Jogasaki and his love of Kaori. It's all fantastic. And then there's the animation itself and the character acting and the weird things going on in backgrounds and the weird way that all of these characters exist in this world and act and interact, and the incredible framing and the ridiculous locations with their stylized color schemes that tell us exactly where we are once we've been introduced to a place once, and the ridiculous side characters like the monkey with the cockatoo that actually speaks to them, or this whole sequence that's got constant and continuous background animation until we turn everything and go around a corner. Or the way the world becomes desaturated once we're out trying to brave the elements and realizing that this has become a ghost town. Or the way that this whole train again is anthropomorphized and hacking and coughing as he lays on his deathbed. There's another thematic thrust here, which is that time can fly for you if you're fatalistic about the way that time is flying. And the implication is that perhaps Arotome will grow up and get old and time will begin to pass quickly for her as well. But there's a counterpoint to it, which is that she's able to stop the clocks inside Rihaku's place. It's almost saying, like, if you look to the world with an eye for joy, with an intent to find things that give you wonder and enjoyment and fun, then time will slow down for you, and every moment will be something that you can cherish if only you're willing to, if only you set out to. And that seems to be, I don't know, I think it's a powerful statement in a world where we as people so often are looking for ways to waste our own time. I want to I want to grab this sentiment, this maybe empty platitude. I want to grab it and thrust it inside my chest and hold on to it forever and ever and ever, because it reminds me of me when I started this channel in so many ways. In so many ways. One being that I had come to the realization that there is always joy to be found in almost any piece of art that people have put work into, and realizing that for me the joy in experiencing that art is multifold. It's not only experiencing it, it's also trying to figure out how it was done. It's also trying to figure out why it was done. It's also trying to figure out what I can glean from it. and then figuring out that there's another layer of joy with attempting to put all of that into words and express it to other people and hopefully let them see the way that I sometimes experience the things that I love, because it's love, and that's the thing that I hold for anime. It's love, and it's boundless. I know this is a weird way to bring it back to me, but I think it's right on the nose. And then there are other things like this idea of jumping, just jumping into the unknown and jumping into oblivion is exactly what I did when I started this whole shtick, this whole channel. And I'm thinking about these things because I've gotten a new beginning in the last few days. I've moved into this place, this new home, and in doing so, have cast off a lot of the fears and worries and doubt and anxiety that came with the place that I was living before. And it's not something that I want to get too deep into, but it was not a healthy environment for me. And I don't know if it showed through. I actually, that's not true. I do know that it showed through in the quality and kind of content that I've been producing. Um, because it took active effort to find joy in this thing that I love, because I was afraid, genuinely afraid for my own existence and for the existence of this channel. This channel to me is like a little egg. It's like a little seed of something wonderful, and I've just been trying to nurture it. And there has been a storm, to put it lightly. There has been a storm constantly in the background, and I've just been trying to shield this little seed with myself and keep it separate, keep this thing that I find joy in separate from the honest to God horror that has been looming behind me. Um, and I have left that behind, and I've left it behind because of you, because of the people who watch this channel, and because of the people who support it. I've been able to set out on my own and leave behind my reliance upon people who I fear. Um, I mean that I genuinely fear, and I've been able to do that because of seed this seed that I've been nurturing that's grown into something I could never have imagined, and I've been able to climb with it and climb the branches of this wonderful tree and climb out of the honest to God pit of despair that I've been in by finding joy in something that I loved. Isn't that silly? But it's not at the same time. It's right. It's weird. It's weird. Forgive me for speaking in metaphor. I don't want to cast shade on particular people because I care about them, but I fear them. And they've made my life very difficult for this last year. And so I've been throwing my all into this little seed that I've been nurturing that is just growing and growing and growing. I'm just so proud and so grateful. Again, I'm sorry. I'm waxing personal and stuff because I can't help but think about it. Everything has kind of changed, and nothing has changed, but everything has changed in these last few days with this move and finding a new place with people who have, because I'm living in a house now and there are roommates here. And I've only just met them, but they've been wonderful and welcoming and supportive and a joy compared to what I was dealing with before. So I'm ecstatic to be here, and I want to turn that into continued joy through these videos, and hopefully it gives you some joy too, because I said it a number of times when I started this channel, and it had become difficult to do, but I want to find joy in things, and sometimes that's difficult. I mean, with treasure hunting and watching every show that comes out every season, there are gonna be some flops that are not joy producing, that are not so good. But I want to try to find the good in things, and when I do find it, I want to try to turn that into words and speak it out to you, and hopefully either amplify the joy that you find in it, or show you a way to find it in other things. But hmm, hmm. Anyway, this movie this movie gave me a lot of joy. And thinking back, almost all of Yuasa's works have done precisely that. I'm finding joy, incredible enjoyment every week from Eizouken as it's coming out. Tatami is a more traditional story where a character ends up in the pit of despair and then is pulled out of it by their own actions. But I found a lot of joy in there too. And so I'll maybe we'll see if I come up with another thought as we go through this one. I'd say that Masaaki Yuasa is a a light in the world, a person who creates pieces of media that spread joy, and more than a message or an Aesop or a story to learn from or a you see Timmy, joy, just love, just love, man. He is, in a weird metaphorical sense, a raven-haired maiden who walks through his nights and spreads love to people. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for all of you. Okay, we've been talking for a while now. Again, I don't want to piece this apart. It's 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 too good for that, and too disconnected and interconnected for that. So we're gonna just leave it here. I will say without a doubt that I will very soon rate Night is Short Walk On Girl a 10 out of 10 as a film, because it is gorgeous and the music is perfect and the sound effects are excellent and the animation is the color work is godlike, but it's the whole altogether that says something and does something and makes me feel something, and I'm grateful for it. I'm gonna have to rewatch this movie because it is such a whirlwind of insanity that I have to. But man, what a film. What a film. Alright, we're gonna end there. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Night is Short, Walk On Girl. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I don't know what I'll watch in this slot next. Chiafaru S3 is a thing that's possible. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But regardless, I hope to catch you somewhere else on the channel. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Peace.